Hi, and welcome to the Milk and Honey Life School of Beauty. Today we'll be covering the glow up. First, begin by consulting your text, urbandictionary.com, highly reputable source. A glow up can be a verb or a noun. To go from the bottom to the top to the point of disbelief, an incredible transformation. When puberty didn't do its job. I really don't like any of these definitions, so we're gonna make our own. Glow up is to achieve your own beauty ideals until you blossom like a beautiful butterfly emerging from its cocoon. If you've ever seen any rom-com, you know, all that usually takes is removing your glasses, undoing your ponytail, and suddenly Freddie Prinze Jr. is all over you. Actually, I really need to fix my hair. It doesn't work like it does in the movies. All right, in all seriousness, I did want to talk about glow ups today. I love the concept of a glow up. I think what's so inspirational about life is that you can constantly become a better version of yourself and be like exactly who you envision being in your wildest dreams, and that is so fun and exciting. So that's what today's topic is going to be about. It's the perfect time to be starting your summer glow up. If you want to feel even more confident and glowy by the summer, we have like, what, 4 to 6 weeks until the pool parties and the vacations and everything begin. So I just thought this would be a perfect time. I'm personally starting to plan my own summer glow up. I've got like some weddings to go to and some travel, and I just thought this would be a perfect time. And it would be super fun if we all did it together as a community with our own unique goals and dreams and visions for ourselves. I go into this whole thing in a lot more detail in my beauty guide, which is an ebook. I'll link it below this video. There's a whole chapter on glowing up and like a printable timeline that you can use. But I also have a free printable for you guys today that we'll be sharing as we go. But I guess before we dive in, I do want to give my one caveat, which is if you've read my guide or if you're familiar with my channel and my message at all, hopefully you already know that I very strongly believe that all women are beautiful. You're already so beautiful and so perfect exactly the way you are. So I just want to be totally clear that this whole glow up thing is not because you aren't already enough as you are. It's because you deserve to feel as amazing in your own skin as possible. So this is all about you just becoming your own most happy, beautiful version of yourself, whatever that might be for you. And I don't believe in like forcing any beauty ideals on anyone. I don't think anybody is like ugly before they glow up. I just think it's a question of like getting to a place where you feel good about yourself. So please know that you're already so beautiful and so perfect, and I just want you to feel that way about yourself every day. So with that said, I'm gonna share some pictures of my own glow up, if you will. So the first picture that I'll put up is from my bachelorette party before I married Nate. You guys know Nate, he's the love of my life. And I just felt so lucky that I found the one for me and I got to marry him, my Prince Charming. And I kind of made a little promise to myself that I was never going to become complacent. You're so happy and fulfilled that you don't feel the need to necessarily take care of yourself, like your partner's doing a lot of that. And things just can sometimes slide, and then the years go by and you're like, oh man, what happened to us, you know? So when I married Nate, I felt like I'm so lucky. I'm gonna do everything I can to like glow up from this point and just keep, you know, investing time and care into myself so that I feel really good and confident. And then as a result, I think beauty and glowiness just kind of flows and radiates out of that. So that was my before picture. At the time, I was like box dyeing my hair brown. As you can see, I had some sort of ill-advised bangs at the time that took me years to grow out. I never even thought about trying to be healthy or taking good care of my body so that it would get me through the years. You know, I wanted to grow old with Nate, and I just never really thought about how that was gonna exactly happen if I didn't start taking care of my body and what I ate and how I exercised. I had like one makeup look that I could do, and that was it. And I didn't have any kind of skincare routine. I wasn't putting any like effort and self-care into my appearance at the time. So fast forward to today, I like to think that I've had a glow up over the years, like got my hair where I wanted it, educated myself on how to do makeup and skincare and everything like that. I've come a long way over the years, and I still think it's so much fun to set little goals and do like small glow ups every 4 to 6 weeks or something. So you can just, you know, the sky's the limit. You can go wherever you want to go with yourself, with your body, with your looks, so that you feel and radiate that beauty. Okay, so I feel like that's enough introductory stuff. Let's get to the good part, which is how exactly does one glow up? It's not as easy as people make it seem, and I'm a hugely organized, planning-oriented person. So I say you need a plan, you need a free printable, and you need to like break it down into action steps. So the very first thing that you need to do is have a goal date or kind of like a reward date in your mind that you're working towards. In my creative professional life, I'm a huge believer in the power of a deadline. Like if I don't have a deadline for a writing assignment, it's very hard to get it done because it's just infinite. Same thing with your glow up. If you're just like, well, eventually I want to have the hair of my dreams, that might never happen because eventually is not a real day. So summer's, like I said, 4 to 6 weeks out. If you have a trip, if you're going to a wedding, if you're going to Disney, even if you're like hosting a party, or even if you have nothing planned, make something up for yourself right now. Like decide that you're gonna have a girls' night or an amazing date with your partner or a weekend getaway, or take yourself out to have a spa day or something like that. Just something that you can really look forward to and count down to, and that's gonna be your target date that you kind of focus on throughout the glow up process, and it's gonna help you kind of time out and back time all the steps that you wanna achieve. The second step is maybe a little bit unconventional, but I think you should do some journaling, some visualization, get in touch with your own inner goddess, if I may be so cheesy, and think about like, how do you want to look and feel when you walk into that pool party or walk onto that trip or whatever you have lined up for yourself? How do you want to feel that day? How do you want to look that day? How do you want your hair? How do you want your makeup? How do you want your skin? How do you want your outfit? Just kind of head to toe, like how do you want your toes? Do you want a pedicure? Things like that. Really just let yourself like kind of freestyle, journal, visualize about it, and get really clear on how you want to come out, because this is something else I talk about in the beauty guide. You can't hit a target that you're not aiming at. Like you need to know what you're going for or you're not gonna be able to get there. So just kind of have fun with this step. Like get something cozy and warm to drink in your favorite mug, curl up with a little bit of a journal. Nobody's ever gonna read this or see this. This is just for you to brainstorm and think about who you really wanna be, because that's what's so exciting, is that you can be anyone. And that's what I love about a glow up. It's very empowering. So start by harnessing that. Once you have your kind of visualized version of yourself, like try to make it doable in 6 weeks. You know, we're not going to like lose 100 pounds or grow our hair an extra foot long unless you're getting extensions, but try to make it some doable goals for yourself that you know like really will make you feel so much better. And then we're gonna break it into action steps. And this is what I think is so key, and most discussions of glowing up kind of miss the point on this for me, because it's like, it's all well and good to be like, in 6 weeks, I'm gonna have white teeth and a great tan and a new wardrobe. But like, if you don't break it down into steps, it's never gonna happen, because the human brain just, it's a big fuzzy burdened thing, and it can't constantly be juggling all these vague goals. So you need to break it down into categories and then action steps. So for instance, some of the categories that you might have said you want to work on are like your teeth, your nails, your skin, your hair, your weight, your body, things like that. So kind of look at that visualized version of yourself that you have and pick a few categories that you want to really focus in the next few weeks while you're glowing up. And like I said, just really don't go overboard with this. So you don't want to set yourself up for failure. Like be self-aware, know what you can really achieve, and you're gonna feel so good when you achieve those things that it will empower you into your next glow up. And your whole life can just be a series of glow ups. So it will all get done one day. Don't worry about that. Just focus on what you want to tackle in this little 4 to 6 week glow up period. And I'd like to also mention, if you're familiar with me, you also know that I feel strongly beauty is so much more than skin deep. So like, come on girls, we need more than just the hair, the skin, and the nails. Let's also have intellectual goals, generosity, purity of spirit, and kindness. I mean, Cinderella had the right idea with that stuff, and I think it truly makes you glow and radiate beauty from the inside out. So you can consider things like being a more generous person, like reading a few books during your glow up, things like that that are gonna bring other dimensions to your own sense of beauty, because it's about so much more than like the traditional boring flat definition of beauty. And it's really just like whatever you want it to be that's gonna make you truly glow, like starting at your toes all the way up through your eyeballs. So I'm a huge fan of like planning and setting little action steps and goals. This is something I work with my coaching clients, because I feel like it's just too much to have this vague notion And you have to break it into actual steps or you're not gonna get it done. So that's why I made the free printable for you guys. If you've seen my planning videos, you know I do just a binder system for my planner. And so I love printing out just normal sheets of paper, hole punching them with a normal hole puncher and sticking them in my planner. So this is actually a page from the beauty guide. It's probably not showing up too well in this light, but it's just a really wonderful quote. Beauty is not in the face, beauty is a light in the heart. And I thought that'd be kind of cute as like a cover page, and also to remind you that, like I keep saying, there's a lot more to the traditional glow up than people would have you think. But the second page is kind of like the action plan, the nitty gritty. So I'm gonna go through my version of it with you and let you know what I'll be working on over the next 6-ish weeks. And so it just says glow up planner, has some cute emojis throughout and like the Barbie font because, right? Like the whole point of this is that we're grown up, we are our own Barbies now. Like that's so fun. All right, so the top section is goals, and that's where you can just kind of pick out a few basic goals from that visualization that you did. That's like your overall guide for what you're aiming for this glow up. So for me, healthy body, I always put health at the top of my list because without your health, you have nothing. And it's so easy to take it for granted, but it's so important to prioritize it. So health, health, health. Then for like the intellectual side of my glow up, I'm gonna be working on brushing up my Spanish. I kind of let my foreign language skills get dusty and rusty in recent years, and I really want to fix that. And we're traveling to Mexico this summer, so I know that's gonna be like the perfect excuse for me to bust out my Spanish skills and really have a brain blow up as well as a beauty glow up. So that's on there. I really want to focus on my hair. I worked so hard to grow it out for years, and then it finally got long, and then I kind of just started ignoring it and taking it for granted because that's what we do with things. So I want to stop taking my hair for granted and really like pamper it and treat it and see if I can just take it to the next level of like healthiness and glossiness. I'm always a big skincare girl, so I'm gonna be working on like the glowy skin complexion, and then just I wrote beauty on fleek, but like I always before my target date at the end of my glow ups like to try and have a few beauty appointments, like a manicure, maybe a spray tan if I'm feeling wild, stuff like that, just to kind of feel your absolute best at the end. And again, there's more on that in the beauty guide. I know I can't cover all of this today, but think about those kinds of appointments that you want to have right before the big day, and then back time it from your target date. So like the bottom of this has your goal date. Oh, there's a boy. Yes?
Hello.
We've been infiltrated. What's up? All right, moving on. So where even was I? I don't know. Okay, I think we were talking about back timing out your beauty appointments. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But the other thing is these are like vague, not really tangible, measurable goals. Like I like to focus on health, so I'm not gonna say like lose 20 pounds or something like that. If you are the kind of person that's more motivated by numbers with your health, you can go for it, but I do think, again, you need to be self-aware. If you're gonna get on the scale and like a normal 1 pound fluctuation happened, but it's gonna like upset you and set you back and make you say like, to hell with this whole glow up, that's gonna be very counterproductive, you know, whereas if you just kept going, that 1 pound blip wouldn't really make a difference. So some of these aren't very tangible, and that's a problem if you've ever like researched proper ways of goal setting. It should be something really measurable. So the way I like to handle that is break it down into actions that are going to bring about these results. Like how are you gonna get glowy skin? You can't really measure when you've achieved it, but you'll know the steps that get you there. So I broke this spreadsheet down into daily tasks and weekly tasks. And basically you wanna just go through your goals and think, what are the steps that will get me there? So for instance, healthy, glowy, glossy hair is on my list, and I have taken my collagen every day. Drinking 120 ounces of water a day. I like to drink a ton of water. Like I'm like a camel, or the opposite of a camel. I'm all about hydration for a glow up. No matter what your goals, I do think you should put extra hydration on this list. I'm gonna start trying to sleep in a silk cap and see what that does for my hair. If maybe I'm getting some breakage, because I do have some like really short hair, so I'm like, where did these come from? What else? Gonna try doing Olaplex products. So I've never really committed to those 100%. I thought this would be a good sort of test period. So if you have any products or routines or things you've been curious to try and you really need to kind of be consistent to see if it works or not, this is a perfect chance to do that. Maybe treat yourself to a new facial serum or a new hair mask or whatever it is. Use it during this period of time, and then you can always decide if you want to keep up with it or not. But either way, it's a good start for your goals, and you can kind of see where it goes. So for my weekly tasks, I have things like taking my collagen, exercising, eating healthy meals. I've shared for my healthy meals, I go through the AAY meal plans. I can put a link to that. They're about to start a new session. If anybody else wants to do that for their glow up, it's a Trader Joe's meal plan that I'm obsessed with. Also, I got a weightlifting guide by Fit by Bella, and I'll put the link for that. She has like a summer body guide, so I thought that was kind of perfect for a summer glow up. So I'll be exercising and be eating right. Another thing I like to do to motivate myself is get medals for running from Yes Fit. So I signed up for a new race. I'm gonna do the Sleeping Beauty one because my friend Lauren did it, and the medal looks so cute. So I'm gonna be tracking my miles from my workouts. Let's see, I'm gonna practice Spanish every day with the Duolingo app. It's a free app on iPhone. I think it's on any phone. And it's like a really cool way to learn a language. They kind of gamified it, so you get like points for taking the little quizzes and stuff like that. And that way I can brush up on my Spanish. What else? Obviously sticking to my skincare routine. I mean, I'm a huge skincare nerd, so that's happening. And then, like I said, I also think that beauty is so much more like from within. So I'm gonna be complimenting strangers. I think the world would be a much better place if we all just complimented each other every time we're thinking something nice, just blurt it out. Like, why would you keep your nice thoughts to yourself, you know? It's just, it takes a little bit of courage sometimes. I don't know why. It's not like somebody's gonna be like, I don't want you to like my hair, you know? Like, compliments are such a good thing. We all love to get them, but we get nervous to give them. So I will be generous with my compliments and also doing random acts of kindness. I love doing that. You guys have seen, like, sometimes I'll pay for Starbucks for whoever's behind me, or just try to leave like little sweet notes, or just, there's so many random acts of kindness. You can Google it. But doing something like that every day or even every week could be a fun way to kind of stimulate your inner beauty while you're at it. Volunteering is a really good thing to do during this period of time. There's so many ways to get involved that it's really powerful. And then I also have some weekly tasks. So like weekly, I'll be doing that Olaplex hair mask and the Olaplex shampoo and conditioner. I'm going to try to only use heat on my hair once a week. That's a challenge because I do love to curl it. It's like extra curly right now because I just did that. I guess that was my one time for the week. And then also get more religious about using the Drunk Elephant Baby Facial Face Mask once a week. I've always had good results from that, and I ran out and kind of started slacking on it. So I want to get back to that kind of exfoliation that really makes you glow. And so that's it. It's like simple daily and weekly steps. The way that this printable works, I already started. So for the daily sections, I put 7 check marks by each, and you can just check it off each day, and then when you're done, you can check the whole week off on this side. The weekly tasks, you can just check them off as you go, and then your goals at the top. So basically, I'm gonna print one of these each week for my whole glow up. So I'll go ahead and print like 5 or 6 of these right now, and then I'll have it, I can check it off each week and sort of see my progress as I get closer toward doing these things. One last tip that I really want to leave you with, and I know the first part's not fun, and that's before pictures. But after pictures are fun, and having the comparison is priceless because we have this way as humans of like hating something, and then the second it goes away, instead of being grateful and happy as much as we hated it, we just like forget about it and move on. Like when you think about when you have a cold, all you can think about is, oh, I can't breathe, oh, I feel so sick, I hate this. And then as soon as you get back to health, instead of with every breath being like, this is amazing, I'm breathing, you just immediately go on to like your next problem. So I think it's really key to document where you were so that you can remember to be grateful and appreciate the progress that you have. The more gratitude that you feel, like the more good stuff is going to happen in your life. Gratitude is the magic secret sauce, you guys, in everything. And in a beauty glow up, like literally in everything. So take some before pictures. Like for me, I'm gonna take some pictures of my hair. I'll probably like shower and air dry it and let it be in just its natural state currently. Take some pictures, and then I'll see at the end of these weeks how it looks to compare. You could take pictures of your skin with no makeup to kind of compare the state of your skin. You could take pictures of your body, etc. And that's really it. It's very simple. Just take those pictures. No one else in the whole world ever has to see them or even know that you did this. But at the end of this glow up, you can look back and be like, you know what? I really did get some muscle, or whatever it is that you can kind of document for yourself. You won't regret that, I promise. And I think that's all the main tips. Like I said, the most important thing is having an action plan. We don't want to just have this like vague notion that we're going to glow up with no way to get there. So I hope this is helpful for you. If you have questions, as always, leave them in the comments below. I'm gonna try really hard to stay caught up with those. I just love connecting with you guys so much. If you're new to my channel, hit subscribe. Would love to have you in the Milk and Honey Life family. We have a club. There's a link down below. That's where we do like book clubs and chats and live events and things like that. That's all through Patreon. And this is, as always, a sponsorship-free channel. I don't do like a whole room of beauty products that were free to me from PR. I give you guys my full, honest reviews on everything because that's so important to me to be able to connect just like a real girl, which I am. So that's what I come here to share. Lastly, last thing, I just want to make sure that you have fun with this, that you are glowing up for no one but yourself, and you're glowing up in the way that makes you feel as beautiful and perfect as you already are, because you guys deserve to feel amazing and confident and happy and glowy and healthy and every good goddess-like adjective this summer, because you deserve it so much, and I love you guys. So I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk soon. Bye.